They called him the one who never gets caught. No one knew his real name anymore. It had been buried under years of aliases and false trails. In the streets, whispers followed him like hungry shadows. Some said he was a phantom. Others swore he was cursed to wander. But if you caught Silas in a rare moment of stillness and asked how he did it, he'd only say 3 words: "I pay attention." It started the night the air felt too heavy to breathe. Silas wasn't supposed to be there, a dim, smoke-filled hole at the city's edge where the music was loud enough to drown out a scream. He noticed them before he even sat down. 3 men, too still. Their eyes didn't wander to the dancers or the drinks. They stayed locked on the door, on him. Silas didn't panic. He calculated. He saw the exits, the bartenders shaking hands, and the heavy metallic weight hidden in a leather jacket. When the lead hunter stood up, Silas didn't wait for a greeting. He swept his glass off the table, and as it shattered, he became a blur. He dove through the kitchen, sliding past the startled cook, and vanished into the rain-slicked alley before the hunters even cleared their chairs. That was the pattern. Someone watching, someone waiting, and Silas seeing it all like a chess grandmaster. Once, in a crowded spice market, Silas saw a flicker of steel in the reflection of a cracked mirror. 2 men were weaving through the crowd, closing the distance. Silas didn't bolt. Instead, he became a ghost. He stopped to haggle over fruit. He doubled back. He stepped into a fabric shop, threw a heavy bolt of silk across the floor to create a barrier, and slipped through a crawl space into a group of laborers. By the time the men reached the shop, Silas was blocks away, wearing a discarded worker's jacket and blending into the city's heartbeat. But luck has a shelf life. One night, the trap finally snapped shut. Silas found himself in a dead-end alley. The walls were 20 feet of slick, windowless brick. Behind him, the low growl of an engine. The hunters stepped out of a black sedan, blocking the only way out. "Nowhere left to run, Silas," the leader sneered, clicking a blade open. Silas didn't look at the knife. His eyes scanned the environment, the oil on the ground, the loose lid of a trash bin, and a rusted drain pipe with a solid bracket. "Not nowhere," Silas whispered. They rushed him. Silas kicked the heavy trash bin with a violent grunt, sending a cascade of filth into the first man's path. He grabbed the metal lid, flinging it like a disc into the second man's throat. As they stumbled, Silas took 3 explosive steps toward the wall, planted a foot on the bin, and launched himself. He caught the drain pipe. It groaned and shrieked as he pulled himself onto a narrow ledge, the pipe tearing free from the brick and crashing down onto his pursuers. By the time they looked up, the ledge was empty. The ghost was gone. People wonder who he is running from, but the truth is simpler. Silas doesn't trust the world because the world is a predator. Survival isn't luck, it's the ability to see the storm before the first drop of rain hits the ground. He's still out there tonight, watching, learning, and moving first. If you enjoyed this tale, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more realistic and educational tales like this. Until next time.